Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Nvda, AMD, Tesla, and MU. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, they're free, or click down here in the bottom right-hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Check them out, guys. You won't be disappointed. venomtrading.com. All right, let's go into the daily chart of Nvidia. $8.58 green, 3.56% up. And guys, what a day for Nvidia. Held this trend line. We talked about that in my last video. So it's been this big channel up, 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 tries to break out, comes back in, tries to break out, comes back in, tries to break out, comes back in. Here we go again, trying to break out. We're still below this trend line, though. It's got to get above the all-time highs, guys, the 254.50. It has to. That's just the way it is. And all this overhead resistance, they got to gap it up. They do. They got to gap it up a couple bucks and get it going. Maybe an upgrade, maybe a stock buyback. Who knows? But that's will be the easiest way to push this up. So the bulls, you're in great shape above all the MAs. It's got to stay up here, guys, though. Let's see tomorrow. Volume was okay, too. So want to see some follow through and a close above the all-time high. If we get it tomorrow, then possibly higher prices, maybe 260 or so, but we'll have to see. The 250 area, this area right here is big, guys, so watch Nvidia the next couple days. If you're more bearish on it, then you want to sit and you want this thing just to chop, and then maybe one last pop, and then the drop. You know, give us that, like kind of like this one, then it dropped, bearish pattern, boom, 50 MA held it, markets caught a bid, up and away. Markets sell, the SPY, the Qs, all that good stuff. This will go down eventually. The markets sell last couple, well, see what it, only on this day here when we were down pretty good that it came in. These days when the markets were sliding, this thing just consolidated and stayed put. Remember, it's the stock of the year, Nvidia, guys. So bears, you just want to see chop. You really want to get below the 20 MA again, and then get below the 50, and then possibly more downside if it got below the 50 MA and the 382 retrace. So a lot of support in here, guys. So let's see what happens in the next couple of days for Nvidia. And like I said, volume wasn't that bad today, but big green day for this one. People piling back in. Now AMD, guys, no love. We talked about this hitting this trend line, hitting the trend line, coming in, down, a little bit of sideways, bearish pattern below the MAs. This one's starting to play out a little bit. Still has to close below the 1109 or this pivot here. The low, let's see. The low was 1110. Where to close today? Last 1111. So 1 penny over this low. So if that low cracks, remember we had a low, a higher low. Now we broke that trend. So if you draw a trend line in here, you know, let's get a little more technical, guys. If you drew the trend line, you're below it now, but you're right on top of that pivot. So you have to watch for that area. You know what else sticks on? That's the big area, and the next one will be this one down here. So let's see. Bulls got to get back above these MAs and shoot for this trend line. Get above the trend line, then you got to get above this blue line here, right around the 1281, and then these high pivots. That's what's holding this thing down. But overall, it's down sideways, bearish manner. Still holding on, still in this range, you know, more, you know, in the lower range, of course, but we'll see what happens when it comes down here, double bottom. And this blue line will be the 750 retrace coming from this low to this high. So if we took this low to this high, it'd already be cracking through the 750 and going through. So we have to put a little bit lower. Let's see what's there. And that's what it looks like it's following pretty good. I mean, we blasted, look, right through the 2200 MA. Gap down. This was a good sell. Weakened it up. Got the pop. So watch AMD. Bulls got to get above this area. Bears just keep doing what it's doing. And if it does end up slipping, getting to this area, we will be going testing the $10 area once again. There's a gap fill down here, right around 1028. That's a big area as well. But let's see what happens. Gosh, you know what? Look at this. That's a pretty good trend line right there too. Yeah, look at that. From those lows to that, and it's starting. It's not done yet. It's got to get back above this trend line. It gets back above there. They're saving it. Then we'll see if they can get this thing running. Maybe spread a rumor that a buyout or possibly a buyback or something good for earnings. You know, something like that, guys. But that's it for that. We'll look at that on Friday as well, do a weekend update, and let's see what happens the next couple days on AMD. Now, Tesla, guys, I was looking at this one earlier. We got this head and shoulder in play, guys. Check this out. So if you follow me, I know I talked about this before. So this is your left shoulder. This is your head up in here. I'll just put it up in there. Comes in. That's the only thing I don't like on this pattern, because it chopped through here. It chopped through the neckline here. And it's really just a trend line underneath there. Then you got the up and down. But I got to say, I mean, if this does play out, and, my normal head and shoulder would not have that through there, not through price. This one does, so we have to live with it for now. But it is breaking down below this trend line. That's big as well. If this starts to break down, I'm telling you guys, we're going right here to 250. Just telling everyone again, take profits, take profits. And here we are at 310 again. Everyone laughed. It's at 390. And now it's back here, and you're still holding. So come on, guys, take some profits. If you would have sold up here, gosh, go take profits. But the first time I told, and there's a guy out there. We were saying from here, 182, and it gets to 300, at this area here, big resistance. You got to start taking something off the table. Yeah, it went another, 80 points, but came right back down. Here we are again, right back there. So all that waiting, couple, 7, 8, 9 months, still in the same range, still doing the same thing. If this head and shoulder plays out and the markets start to dump, we will be filling this gap right here, and we'll be down in this area too. 241. Oh my gosh, I love that area. The reason why, guys, weekly, the 50 MA or the 200 MA is right there. So somewhere in the 253 area, if this thing comes down, gosh, look at that. It even shows up on the bigger time frame. When you see a head and shoulder on the bigger time frame, like I said, the only thing I like that, but target's right in here. So it's market sell. This is what I'm going to be watching for. If the markets are really dumping, then I'm waiting lower prices. So just to let you know, guys, I love this trend line too down in here, and that's what brings it to this area here. So, but then you have this pivot and that pivot. The markets really start to rumble. You better step aside on a lot of stuff. Or if the market stay like it did today, no volume, just kind of float, not a bad day. All right, let's get into MU. So MU up today, $1.01, 1.68%. Yeah, it's holding on. Talk about this bull or this bearish pattern. I mean, it too far too fast, guys. That's the bottom line. 37 to 64, what have you. 63 and change, down, sideways. Earnings coming up, so that's a 50-50. If it pops on earnings, I'll be adding more to my short, and I will be possibly writing more calls on this position. Or short calls. I'm shorting calls right now. So hopefully the short calls, well, we'll see with this one. We'll see what happens on earnings, and then we'll make a decision from there. But right now, if you have any positions on this, just make sure they're really, really, really small going into the ER report on Thursday. And hey, God bless. If it goes the right way, great. If it goes the wrong way, at least you have room to add something. For this to move up big league, maybe. I mean, guys, 37 to 63 and some change, in the last couple months, 2 months. Needs a break. Even if on a good earnings, it might just pop a little bit, but who knows? Maybe this will be the stock of the year. Maybe it goes to 140, 150, who knows? But right now, bearish pattern, still above the MAs in a bullish stance, still in a little bit stretched. Let's look in the monthly. We're at the 382 still, or the 618. Right there. That's what's holding this thing down. Big Fibonacci from the low to the high. Check this out, guys. From the lows to the all-time highs in the .com. What's that starting to look like? Look at this one. Oh my gosh, it's MU. Look at this one. Oh my gosh, it's MU. So watch out for this one, guys. 73.57 is the next big area of resistance, but then as well as like 61, 62, 63, 65 will be a big area. 70 will be a big area too. So let's see if it can continue going. Monthly charts telling me it needs a little bit of a break. Look at this even. Look at how far this was extended from the 20 MA. Boom, came right back in. Look again. Look how far it is this time. It's coming. And this thing will be a $40 stock again, guys. I promise you. Might take a little while. This is a monthly chart, but when this thing comes in, like this is like the last hoo-ha. So who knows? what will happen. But at this point, we're into some pretty big resistance up in here. We'll see what happens in the next week or two with this one. But if you're long, just tighten those stops, guys. Don't turn a great trade into a turd. And enjoy the profits, guys. Enjoy the profits. Let it pull. Worst case scenario, it pulls back to 53 or so. I mean, that's a good $7, $8 pullback. If you like this one, that's a great buying opportunity to do it again. But we'll see on earnings. If it pops, take some off the table, let it pull back, then buy the dip like normal. So, all right, guys, that's MU. This was the old fib. Let's see. So right now, I'm going to stick another Fibonacci in here from this area to this area. So first level here will be 56.85, and then you got gap fill down here, right around the 20 MA. This is the daily chart. Daily chart's even a little bit stretched, guys. So just be careful with this one. If you have profits from 37 or even 40, take something off the table. You'll never go broke taking a profit, guys. All right, well, that's it for these four. Thanks again for stopping by, watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.